Alright, here at the Mortal Kombat, I'll show the box for this light in a little bit here, but I wanted to show something cool about the marquee light I'm going to be putting in here. I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera or not, but see, we have power switch here for 2 different brightness levels, and not only that, can change the Kelvin of the bulb, or the color, 2500 is more of a red spectrum and 6500 is more of a blue spectrum, so you can change the it's just the Kelvin. I don't know what most people call it. The bulb temperature. I don't know if you're picking that up or not. But anyways, I'm gonna line this up in here where I want it. I'm gonna draw a line up and down, parallel with the light, so then I know where to mount these mounts. Sorry for the background arguing, guys. Alright. So, see the line right there I drawn? There's a line in there. So, what I'm going to do is, let me get this going here, guys. Apologize. So I got this line. And here's the little holders for this. There's the screw hole. So I'll line this screw hole right up on this line. Drill hole, small pilot hole, put the screw in. Drill small pilot hole down here, put the screw in. And then I'll be able to fasten the light up in here. Alright, guys. So I drew my line. And I basically put the screw right on the line. Should make it pretty much pair these be, in line with one another, these two brackets. Thank you. So now I'm going to snap the light up into there, and we'll take a look at it. Alright, the light is hung up in there. I can reach the switches, turn up the brightness or the temperature of the color to see what looks best shining through the marquee. I think that's pretty cool. Alright guys, came to the part of the video. Gonna install these. Alright guys. Got the vent, louver, handle, whatever you want to call them on. Alright, I want to talk about this light up here. Alright, so this is the light I used. It's 18-inch. Get it at Home Depot. It's about 24 bucks. The other one that doesn't change colors is like 12 or 13, but they didn't have that one, so I'm just trying this as an experiment. So it's mounted up in here. I'll have to cut the plug and wire it into the, splice it into the original light wiring, right? And I got a new speaker from Parts Express. That's an original one, so I got them mounted back in here now. Hey guys, so sometimes we have little debates on Facebook and stuff about what is rebuilding a cabinet or just sprucing it up. I don't know. That's why I always say rebuild, repair, restore, refurbish, whatever you want to call it. But I really felt the need to tear these wheels apart, okay? Because they were dirty and I wanted to clean them. And yeah, I could have just washed them and dried them. But, I want to grease the axles too, you know? So, I mean, I just wanted to grease the axles, guys. Still don't look all that great, but man, is that smooth, guys. You guys would be so proud of how smooth this wheel feels. I'm telling you, man. It is good. Wheels are installed. So, we got the wheels on, guys. How's that looking? Well, here we go. Well, I guess that is kind of shiny here, huh? Maybe. Maybe you won't notice when a light ain't glaring into it. Alright, well, this little speaker grill's on now. And this was a lot cleaner until I shined a light on it. Yeah, well. Got the switch in. Got the light wired up. Gonna do a couple twist ties or zip ties here. Still gotta trim these zip ties. Sorry, kind of like upside down in this cabinet, so gonna get it stood back up now. And then I'm gonna start, you know, putting the power brick how would you say that? Distribution box? Is that what this is? You know what? That's what I'm gonna call it. Distribution box. I took the big giant transformer that was on here off. The monitor I'm using is a 7400. It doesn't need an ISO transformer, and there's 50,000 fucking wires coming out of that one, and I don't know what's what, because this harness was all hacked to hell. So I just made my own, and then I'm going to just get an ISO transformer from Arcade Parts and Repair, and I'll just splice it in. So if anyone ever puts a 7000 or something in here, they ain't blowing it up. That's my plan. Okay, so got it stood back up. What the hell? What the hell's going on here? The screen went blank. What the heck's that for? Like I said, I'm just gonna get a small isolation transformer and screw down to there, and then splice in and then back into the monitor wires to, you know, put it in line. I can run a 7400 on an ISO, and if anybody ever changes the monitor one day and doesn't know any better, they're protected one way or the other, right? If there's one in there, there's one in there. Alright, so I'm going to get, I'm going to go ahead and put the 8 T-nuts, 4 here, 4 there, for the joystick mounting. And then I'm going to go ahead and mount the joystick bases in and make sure that the screws aren't sticking up past, you know, they need to be no higher than this outside piece where my thumb's at. Actually, slightly below would be best. Here's the T-nuts I recycled out of the superly warped control panel. I'm hoping I drilled these holes large enough, and I'm starting to kind of think, whoop, maybe I didn't. Yeah, guys, I don't think I drilled these holes big enough. Son of a crap. I'll probably have to open these holes up just a tiny bit. Put the camera down so I can actually try to do something here. Okay, got the T-nuts. They're not completely butted down to the board, but they're not going to come out right now. Got some other goodies here, so I'm going to have to cut this, splice it into the harness wiring in the cabinet. 1, 2. Got me 4 corner protectors. Yes, I'm going to put them on the cabinet because I don't want my corners destroyed somehow. Because if I don't put them on there, I'm telling you, one day my corners are going to get destroyed. Got a power supply. I'm going to have to go out into the garage. And there's some coin door locks, back door lock. I have to go get me a JAMA harness, and I don't know. Out there I should have the pins to make the connection for the harness to connect to this. I think. I'm hoping so. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay. Got the joystick mounting all mounted. Okay, made this connector here for the power supply. So I'm gonna pin this into the Molex connector. Chunkers, can you get me the Molex connector?
I don't know, where is it?
No, that's the pin removal tool. Thank you. Here we go. I'm going to put this in here. Hook it up to the power brick in there. And then this will go to the, what's it called? Power supply. Alright guys, I sprayed some Windex on the side of this cabinet. Sorry. And wiped it down so it's nice and clean. As much dust as I'm going to get off of it. And I'm going to go ahead and lay the artwork down for the second side and work on getting it lined up. Then I think I'll come on and maybe record laying it down. So what I do is I have a couple of these cheap clamps from Harbor Freight. I'll just go on the bottom here when I think I got the art laid out where I want, which I do. And I'll put these on here and put a firm grip on them so the artwork can't slide out or anywhere. And then I'll go and I'll kind of run my hands along it, stretching it out from where I have it clamped at, sort of like stretching carpet, if any of you have ever done that. And then I'll go around the edges and check to make sure I have the artwork centered where I want it, and these hold it in place. You'll see in a second. It'll probably make more sense then. Not sure what I said on the last clip, but I do have this where I want it now. So I'm going to take a razor knife and I'm not going to cut it to the color, but I'm just going to leave like an inch white gap all the way around here. So I just have this much less stuff to contend with. Makes it a little easier. So what I'm going to do, what you'll see in the video is I'm going to roll the front or the top back. We're going to unpeel the backing so far, cut it off, and then I'll use a wet rag and my wife will hold the art. And I'll back and forth the entire cabinet wherever there's wood underneath that sticker, moving towards the edge in very small increments. You don't want to take large swipes. That's how wrinkles happen. Alright guys, we're going to stick this art on now. Wife's going to go around and make sure that we're not going to trim anything off we shouldn't. Just double checking. Seem good. Alright, let's do this shit then. Part of the shirt.
This is so good. Mommy tried to fish it. We got the fish too. But you didn't send me the fish too.
This one's your red and I'll be looking at this, okay? Go.
You know the fish.
Go. Yeah, go.
Go sit down and watch TV, bud.
I'm not, but
Okay.
I did see.
Okay. Ready? Beautiful. Not too wide. I'm just gonna swipe this corner down. Alright, that's how you put side art on, guys. Now I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and trim off all the extras. And, well, put the T-molding on.
Who are you? Sit down. Keep ironing.
Get your goddamn ice cream run and sit down and eat.
Okay guys, so have the art on, and I don't know what's going on here, but oh, this bolt ended up right in the corner of that dude's eye. It is what it is. Duh. Looks pretty good to me, guys. And by the way, this is a XL Arcades art. It's pretty goddamn nice. Sorry. Gosh darn it. Oh well. So anyways, I'm putting this PCB in here. This is Mortal Kombat 2. Now right in front of that is right where my switcher is going to be. This is my plan, okay guys? So you have to bear with me on this, and it might change because I might find out that it's not going to work that way. But as of right now, this is the plan. I'm going to mount the MK2 right there. I'm going to mount the switcher right in front of it, which the switcher should plug directly into that PCB. Then I have a JAMA extension that's going to go from here, which will be the switcher, and then it's going to run across the floor to this side of the cabinet where Mortal Kombat 1 will be in the soundboard. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MK2 kick harness and I'll run it down with the JAMA and I'll connect it. And right from that connector I will pin Mortal Kombat 1 kick harness directly into the Mortal Kombat 2. However, it needs to be pinned for it to be correct when those commands reach MK1, if that makes sense to everyone. So that's my plans. It's alive, guys. It's alive. So I have a bezel that's cracked, so I'm gonna try to have to I think I'm going to use some zip tie ends, you know, the ends that get cut off, and then I'm going to use my soldering iron to maybe try to plastic weld the crack shut. We'll have to see how that goes. Beautiful. So I'll probably have one more episode of this cabinet as Jeff's still working on my header or my marquee and the control panel overlay. So I'll probably have one more video and we get all that and get it put on, and you know, a bezel and glass. I need to order glass still, and I gotta get a lock in the back door and get a coin door painted up for here. So, chunkers. Tell the YouTube people to like and subscribe.
Time for movie.
Like and subscribe.
Sorry.
Say peace. What are you doing there?
See me what doing?
Okay.